What you're watching isn't to make the argument one way or another. Instead, we're showing you as many angles of what happened that almost 3 years later has people divided on if Ronald McAbee is a traitor or a hero.
Once you see those videos and you hear the audio, you wonder why somebody like that is sitting in jail for 17 months.
That's Sarah McAbee on the conservative talk show Cowboy Logic.
Unbelievable.
A self-described J6 political prisoner wife who has since raised more than $75,000 for January 6 defendants because, as she says, she's fighting for the husband she knows and you've only read about.
They've just painted him this monster, and that's just not who I know.
Her husband has already pleaded guilty to a felony charge of assaulting a Capitol Police officer, but as for his other 5 charges, including assault and disorderly conduct, McAbee is hoping a jury will see things from his perspective.
Every single angle of these videos that they are using against me will exonerate me.
I'm not freaking hurting anybody!
We've taken each of the videos offered by the courts and pieced them together, audio included, some of which the jury may not even hear in court, but that's McAbee over there picking up a baton after watching others force officers to the ground and beat them with whatever they could find. We don't know what McAbee planned on doing with the baton, but seconds later, he sees a Capitol officer dragged into the crowd and assaulted. Then we see what appears to be McAbee doing the same, dragging another officer, but he says he was only trying to help one of their own. Capitol Police saw what looked like a hostile act from another rider and shoved McAbee. McAbee shoved back. That punch right there was enough to charge McAbee with assault, but this lasted only seconds before he went back to the fallen officer as if nothing happened. This time, both men slide down the stairs. McAbee, a now former Williamson County Sheriff's deputy, appears to shield the officer as protesters move in. McAbee stayed above the man for several seconds before the officer makes it back to his feet. Next time we see McAbee, he's carrying an unconscious Roseanne Boylan to the Capitol entrance and attempts CPR. Capitol Police eventually take the woman inside, who we now know didn't survive.
I watched her sit there and the life fade from her, and I can never, ever get that out of my mind.
McAbee stood dazed and confused before we hear one officer say this.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Moments later, officers deploy even more pepper spray.
Don't spray me, man! I'm not freaking hurting anybody!
Protesters responded, pressing McAbee against the line. Now, the same officer we just heard from appears to offer help.
I'm out! No, but I think I just broke my shoulder! Can I get in?
McAbee gestures at his sheriff's patch and appears to use this to get inside.
I can't go back that way, man.
That's where the video ends and the debate begins. Some have called McAbee's actions nothing short of heroic. Others see a now former sheriff's deputy who traveled more than 10 hours dressed in tactical gear, anticipating a fight with whoever stood in his way. He may go by many names, but now a jury will decide if one of those is guilty.